Voted one of Grand Rapids' restaurants of the year and the closest thing to eating in an art gallery. This morning, we are with the team behind the Sovengard.
Welcome to Coffee with Steve Margaux. I'm Steve Drake.
And I'm Margot Drake. Good morning, Rick and Kelly.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are big fans of your restaurant. We absolutely love it.
Thank you.
So, Rick and Kelly Muschiana, co-owners, owner-chef, always the best restaurants of the Sovengard. You've been on our list for a very, very long time to talk to. We absolutely
thank
love
you.
your restaurant.
Happy to be here.
Tell people a little bit about who you are and your favorite thing about West Michigan.
Yeah, so the Sovengard is a farm-to-table restaurant on the west side of Grand Rapids. So we've been on Bridge Street for 10 years. We were down Bridge and Broadway for 6 years, and then we moved into our new home about 2 years ago. So it feels like we've very much been a part of this, sort of crazy Bridge Street revival on the west side of the city.
Definitely.
And yeah, like I said, we're a farm-to-table restaurant, and it's sort of farm-to-table meets New Nordic. So we follow the philosophies of the New Nordic movement, which, long story short, basically means hyper-seasonal, hyper-local. Menus change all the time, and what we serve is basically what our farmers have during a particular season. Sovengard has largely been a kind of a big art project for us, for myself and my family, and my wife Kelly has been super instrumental in what we do here, especially the design and sort of the artistic nature of like how we like to design our spaces.
It's so hard to explain your restaurant, so I'm so glad that you are doing it. It is artwork. It's fine art everywhere, like what you are eating and what you are seeing. So Kelly, your fingerprints are all over the Sovengard. Do you want to explain your part?
Sure. So, the Sovengard is Rick's baby. My part in it has been helping out with the design. A lot of it is his vision, and then kind of putting a little bit of, like you said, my fingerprint on it too. So the wallpaper behind us, I designed that. I'm a fine artist, illustrator, and have done a foray into wallpaper and textile design. So that is mine. And then, like the color, just the vibe of the place has been like a co-creation by us. I also painted the mural that is out back in the beer garden.
Beautiful. I didn't know that. That's new.
Thank you.
Now, both of you are actually, like Rick, you don't come from a culinary school background. You both are fine artists.
Yeah, that's correct. I went through the School of Hard Knocks, so I started my culinary career when I was 16, working in a kitchen in my hometown in Frankenmuth. But I pretty much worked every position there is to work in a restaurant. But yeah, I came over here to Grand Rapids to go to Kendall College of Art and Design.
And that's where we met.
Yeah, so Kelly, we're both alums. We both went through the illustration program there. As a student, Kelly was kind of co-chaired starting a fashion studies program there, which has now bloomed into a full degree program there. So it's been very fulfilling for her because she's also been an adjunct professor in that program for the last 10 plus years. So kind of full circle.
Yep.
Yeah, so we left Grand Rapids for a little bit, spent some time in Margot's home state of California, a little bit of time in Chicago, and I don't know, we came back here probably about 15 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
And that
That's
is
crazy.
why the population of Grand Rapids is growing, whereas the rest of Michigan, it is not, because people come here, go to school, and maybe they'll leave, but they'll come back, or they come here and they stay.
Yep.
So Grand Rapids is growing. So before we move on, I'm dying to know, now that you are back, what is your favorite thing about West Michigan? Rick, you go first.
I think that the proximity to the beaches, I think that I know people that have come here from out of state. I have some in-law family that lives in Japan, and they come and they see Lake Michigan and the lakeshore, and they're like, this is an ocean, you know, this is beyond their expectations of just how I think beautiful and botanical and just the natural beauty of Michigan, especially West Michigan. Just how that sort of like overtakes you and inspires you. And that definitely inspires the food and the cuisine here in Grand Rapids. And I think you know, just that really cool microclimate that we have here from, you know, I guess a chef's perspective and also an artistic perspective. So that's my favorite thing. How about you, babe?
Yeah, landscape for sure. And then, you know, when we left and went to Los Angeles, there's so many things I loved about LA and Chicago, but there's just something about Grand Rapids that's like big-ish city, but still smallish, you know, like you can get anywhere in 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then the other thing I missed so much was the changing of the seasons. And I didn't think I would. But, you know, there's just something with the rhythm of changing the seasons, and spring and fall in Michigan are just phenomenal. You can't beat it.
Oh, those are good answers. Those are perfect.
Right. And the beach here, I mean, nothing compares. You're
Mhm.
absolutely right. Nothing compares.
So
So we have to, because
Yeah,
I told you this
right.
flies
Back.
by, and if Steve doesn't talk about your Nordic dog night, he's
Yes.
so I have to say that the first time that we went to the restaurant was a Wednesday night, and I think it was it Spencer? I don't know who I
Yes,
don't know who
Spencer.
was helping us, but they talked about this flight of hot dogs, and my brain exploded. I was like, flight of European hot dogs.
What?
And literally just by coincidence, probably the next four times we went was on a Wednesday. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
Sovengard
darn.
is this amazing hot dog restaurant.
This is
Not true. But I would tell everyone, if you are like a fan of very interesting, amazing, high quality hot dogs,
They're
make sure you go and get them. Besides that,
But wait, I want to say before our vegans or vegetarians,
Yes,
there's nothing
yeah.
I was gonna say
I can eat there too.
I was gonna say that, like the most amazing vegan food. Plus, you know, from your artistic background, when the food arrives at the table, it's literally art. Everyone pulls their cameras out and are taking pictures. Art. So
And it
Yeah.
tastes just as like
everything's
just as
amazing.
good as it looks.
Thank you.
The flavors, it's so hard to wrap words around it. That's why people just have to go.
Well, also you've curated an amazing wine list of a lot of Michigan wines. I think that's very cool. You should be commended on that.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
in your
shout out to
menu-
Amy at Art of the Table for that. She's helping us collaborate.
She's helping you. All right, we will.
Yeah,
We wanna get
we've
her
really
on this
put a
program.
huge
Yes.
focus on Michigan wines
She'd
the
be a good
last
one to
3
interview
or 4
too.
months. Yeah, thanks.
And I love the fact that on your menu you have a list of your farmers.
Yeah.
They're right there. This is, you
Mhm.
know, it's no
Yeah.
secret. This is who we want to promote. This is where we get all this stuff. So you've done an
Yeah.
amazing job. And all I can say to anyone is you have to go to experience it. You know, walking in the front door, you just, you know, from the hustle and bustle on Bridge Street, you walk in there and it's totally a different vibe. It's
Mhm.
Yeah,
totally-
absolutely.
everything slows down. If it's a beautiful night, make sure you eat in the back because there's nothing like that in Grand Rapids, your beautiful beer garden.
Yeah, the
And
beer
you
garden
can
has
see-
been a what's that?
You can see where some of the herbs for the kitchen are grown right
Yeah.
on your wall. That's so cool.
Yeah, the beer garden has been one of our calling cards since we opened. That's actually how the idea got started, is we were originally going to do just like a food truck or shipping container and then just a beer garden. And it has sort of, you know, snowballed from there. And we're pretty far from that now. But
Yes, you are.
yeah, the hot dog night is important to us because like we really feel that farm to table can have a connotation of inaccessibility, you know, for some people, or they're kind of like a little unsure about it. So the hot dogs are cool because it's like almost every country, you know, on earth is eating some sort of form of like, you know,
Some style,
a sausage or a hot dog. And the Nordic countries have all their crazy versions of hot dogs. And I've been fortunate enough to have hot dogs in Denmark and Iceland, and I can tell you they're both very delicious and very different. And so we really wanted to bring that casual, spirit into Sovengard and just have that night where, we kind of have fun, let our hair down, and we do some other stuff like that too. And even like the s'more broad section of our menu, which are Nordic style open face sandwiches, are
Oh, so good.
super,
Yeah.
super affordable. They change all the time. There's always vegan and vegetarian options. So we want Sovengard to be a place where, like, yeah, you can come for a special occasion. But like you guys, you can come on a Wednesday and have, a couple of beers and some hot dogs, or,
Yep.
a sandwich or a salad or something like that. So it's important to us we're in a neighborhood. We're surrounded by housing and, an old neighborhood over here on the west side. So being that neighborhood gem is super important to us and being accessible to everybody.
Well, I love the new location. I
So
think it works really well.
And
Thank
even
you.
though you are on Bridge Street, and I'm sure people are thinking, where am I going to park? You have very easy access parking.
Yeah, we're kind of the bookend of like the far west side of the Bridge
Yep.
Street corridor. So we're literally right next to the expressway, Bridge and Valley. We have a free parking lot for our guests that's just kitty corner down the side street on Valley. So you can avoid all the congestion of
Yep.
the main part of Bridge Street. There's still great places to go to down there, and we love supporting our neighbors, but it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes to find
Oh,
parking.
yeah.
So,
For
but
sure.
hey, that's part of a growing city. You got to take the
Yes.
bus, you got to ride your
That's
bike.
Right.
You know?
That's
How-
so, yeah.
We need to get to how can people find you or get information on the restaurant?
Yeah, so our website is sovengard.com, and our social media is under that name as well. Facebook and Instagram we're most active on. And yeah, visit us in person. We're at 1232 Bridge Street Northwest, heart of the West Side.
Very
West Side,
good.
West Side.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Rick and Kelly, thank you so much for being cool people that make West Michigan an extraordinary place to call home.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
All right, everyone, get to Sovengard. Just try.
Cheers.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.